What I've learned from being locked for 9 months. My hair is amazing. But I digress. Stay to the end where I share with you and that I still have to adjust to. That I still have to accept about being locked, having these microlocs after 9 months. Okay, so I hope this isn't controversial, but I do not like braiding and banding. I'm not even gonna front. It is probably 9 times out of 10 very much necessary for me to braid and band because my hair is very soft. I'm washing my hair loose because when I braid and band and unravel it, I still have stuff coming out of my hair, as exampled in this short right here. I don't think I ever really braid and banded before I went to bed, but I always wear 2 hair covers. I wear the one that I tie, and I wear my bonnet to bed. I never just went freely to bed. Another thing I've learned since being locked for 9 months is that all the locks are not created equal. They are not all the same. And I wear my bonnet to bed. I never just went freely to bed. Another thing I've learned since being locked for 9 months is that all the locks are not created equal. They are not all the same. I actually had to combine my back row of locks because that hair back there is so soft. I even had one lock up until this last time that I did my retie. I did everything to try to save this particular lock, and I think I have some footage of it. I'll add it if I do. This particular lock, but that hair is so soft. I did everything. I interlocked it. I twisted it several times. What else did I do to this lock? Combined it, and I braided it. It's still together, going all the way down. Some of them, they real coily and pretty. The ends are nice and curly. Some of them are frizzy. It's just a learning process, and I'm here for it. Another thing that I've learned about these locks is that my hair is still soft. I guess because I see, people who have mature locks or whatever. I haven't touched too many people mature locks, but it seems as though the locks would be harder, but they're not. They're still very soft. They're still like my loose natural hair, just in a twist. So that's interesting. I'm just curious to see how it's gonna go, as this process continues. But as of right now, I'm surprised that my hair is still soft. Like I love it. I still have some of my curly ends and everything. Yeah. The next thing that I've learned is that it could take years for my hair to actually lock. When people see my hair, they ask me about it, and then, of course, I'm asking them, especially depending on how far along their hair is. I'm like, girl, what happened? Yeah, I'm asking questions. And this one lady, she saw my hair, and she was like, it took my hair 3 years to lock. And I was like, because I didn't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it because I feel like it needs to be done. And she's like, all through that time, I was still having to braid and bang. I guess that's just the thing, that it takes longer for your hair to lock if it's soft. Another thing I've learned is that it is possible for you to keep your ends curly. I didn't know nothing about curly ends. All I did was twist my hair and hope for the all I did was try to twist my hair and hope for the best. I didn't know nothing about curly ends or nothing like that. But when I go on Instagram, the RLS Life is my handle on Instagram. I don't post over there really, but I will one day. But when I go on Instagram, I be seeing them girls, and they be on down the line with they locks, and they ends still be curly, and my country is slipping out. I did not realize curly ends. I'm just country. I didn't realize curly ends was a thing. The number one thing I have learned from being locked 9 months is that reties, they just take a long time. First time I did my retie, I was like, okay, it just took so long because it's my first time doing a retie. That's why it took so long for me to finish. Girl, now, Second time took me a long time. Third time took me a long time. Fourth time took me a long time. So that's just a part of the process for me so far with retying my hair, you know, myself, I guess. You know, because I'm up here looking for these 3-hour reties, these 2.5-hour reties, you know, that type of stuff. But baby, when I tell you, my reties hours, 8, 12, 10, however many you get, I can't ever keep count of how long it takes me to retie my hair, but it's worth it. I had to do it this last time. I did this top part. It wasn't until maybe 3 weeks later that I got to this back part and finally finished my hair. Girl, it is what it is. I want to hear from you. What did your locks look like at 9 months? Have you made it to 9 months though? What have you learned from being locked? However many months you've been locked. Have you learned something? Have you learned any tricks or trades on how to retie? And it don't take as long. Let me know. Tell me about your hair in the comments. Are you thinking about locking your hair? That's probably why you over here. You think about locking your hair? Go on and do it. You could always cut it off and start over, girl. Go on and lock your hair. It's okay. You could always change it if you don't like it. That's the same thing I used to tell people when it came to growing my hair out and going natural. It's just something I'm doing. If I don't like it, I go back to a relax. Relax ain't going nowhere. So, same thing for this. If I want to go back to loose natural, I just cut it off. If it's something you're thinking about, come on over to this side. It's nice over here. I can't wait for the summertime and go swimming. If you made it to the end, drop a red heart. Let me know any questions. I can answer them the best I can. Thank you for your time. Bye.